Okay, so another toy we picked up is this Supermax 2550 sander. And again, my wife did all of the primary base assembly on it, but I just helped her today with the last little bit, so I'll show you what I helped work on. We had to put on this little table extension, and this just bolts on. There's these two bolts underneath of here to you put them in loose, and then you just set this in on top of it and tighten them down. You just let it set all the way down, tighten those down, and then you can actually adjust the height of the rollers here with these two screws here. You loosen them, you flip this up. Now it pivots on the inside edge. You can't raise the inside edge, so you're only raising the outside edge from what we could tell. So we just laid a level out across here, brought the outside edge up, and it makes sense because if you've got a workpiece that's that wide, you know, 80% of the weight's going to be on your sanding table anyway, so you're not really carrying any weight on this roller on the inside. So you just want to make sure that your outside's up and touches. So we got that on, leveled up. Then we had to work with these extensions wings, and these directions were not good because they fold up and they've got these little safety pins that snap in place. But you got to keep in mind this thing can move up and down, so you want to press this bracket down, hold it down, and then you've got some up and down slide on your table itself. Well, what we did at first was the directions just tell you to get underneath here and put in this bolt up top and that bolt up top. So we did that, and then when we went to put our tabletop on up here, we tried to lift it up and we could not. We were lifting it up as high as it would go, and it still wasn't high enough. And so we just had a straight edge set across the table and sticking out to try to level it up. But it was not high enough. What I finally found, I don't think there's anything in the directions, this little set screw here and this one here. I don't even think they included an Allen wrench for it, not that I could find. I used the Allen wrench from the saw or from the sander itself, not from the table extension kit. But if you loosen this bolt back up, and same on this one, loosen them up just a little bit, and then you can use these set screws to your advantage. Just tighten them in, and it will cause this whole thing to pitch upwards, right? Because you're going to get a point there and it's going to hinge off there. So you tighten that in to pitch it up, and then torque down your top bolt, and then you're able to work out your play on the table out here as far as you loosen these two and then push up on the table. We did notice we had a little struggle. We would push up on the back. If you push up on the back too high on accident, you will actually raise your straight edge up a little bit and create a gap right here, and so you'll feel like it's not level, but actually what's happening is you're pushing up too high. So you want to be real careful when you're leveling it to just push up on the table just till it makes contact with your straight edge. The last little thing that was a booger for us was trying to put the paper itself on. It's actually quite easy, but we were making it difficult because we were trying to use, they send a little fancy tool that locks into this hole, but you can just reach in here with your finger and just push up on that lever to poke your end in, and then of course as you wrap it, you keep it tight all the way around. And it's the same thing on this inside. It's almost impossible to see. I don't know if I can even get my camera in there to show you guys. Yeah, there we go. Put it on front facing. So same thing, it's almost impossible to see, but you can just reach your finger in here on that little lever and just pick up on it. So again, their directions say to stick the little tool in there and do all this goofy crap with the tool. And it's really complicated. If you just reach in, pull up on the tab with your finger, that was the easiest way that we did it. So yeah, and I think we actually have to credit YouTube. My wife went inside and found a video from somebody else that said had to do it. So anyway, that was the last little thing that gave us fits, but otherwise, it should be rigged up, ready to go. So my wife is working on trying to put together the dust collection right now, and it's not going well. Let's see what we can do.